Hey, what's up? Strength and conditioning coach Eric Wong here. Now, in today's exercise, we've got a really great functional rotator cuff exercise that's going to really help you out if you've got a rotator cuff issue or if you've just got any type of little shoulder pain or shoulder instability issues going on. So the rotator cuff is often trained with exercises that don't fully utilize what the rotator cuff is designed for. Okay? And you're going to learn all about this in the video coming up. And one thing to notice is that in the videos that I put out, I'm all about educating and teaching you not only what to do and how to do it, but why you're doing it. Because I'm a firm believer that understanding leads to proper application, which leads to the result that you're after. Okay? So check out the video, try the exercise out if you can, if you're not driving or something else where it's a little bit dangerous to do, and then you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. In this video, I'm going to go through a unique rotator cuff strengthening exercise that is really beneficial because it's a closed chain movement. Okay, so the difference between an open chain movement and a closed chain movement is this. An open chain movement is when I grab a weight and I'm moving the weight up and down, for example, but my body stays fixed. My body doesn't move. So if I'm lying on a bench doing a bench press, that's an example of an open chain movement. A closed chain movement is when my hands are on the ground, my hands are in a fixed position, but my body's moving up and down around my hands. So if I'm doing a push-up, my hands are on the ground, but my body's moving in and out of that position or up and down like that. All right? So that's a closed chain movement. Now, the benefit of a closed chain movement for the shoulders in particular, or for the legs as well, is that the closed chain movements tend to activate more stabilizers in that joint. So in the example of a push-up, it's activating more stabilizers in the shoulder than a bench press would. The bench press doesn't need as much stabilizer activity in the shoulder, particularly in the shoulder blade area. Okay? So when we're working the rotator cuff, the design of the rotator cuff is to provide stability of the shoulder blade so you can do whatever movements you're doing, whether it's throwing a ball, it provides that stability and provides that support, the platform for the scapula so you can move the arm around and generate that velocity. Okay? So closed chain movements are awesome for activating stabilizer activity. The rotator, the main function of the rotator cuff is to stabilize the shoulder. So it would make sense for us to do closed chain movements for the rotator cuff. Okay? Well, push-ups are great, but that's only in this plane of motion here, in this sagittal plane of motion up and down. The exercise that I'm going to show you works in the frontal plane of motion and also provides stability in the rotational or the transverse plane of motion, which is awesome. So if you've got rotator cuff issues, or if you just want to prevent rotator cuff problems, say you're a thrower, so you throw punches, say you're a golfer, this exercise is awesome for you. Okay, so I call it the twisting wall press. How's that for an introduction for a simple exercise? What you want to do is you want to stand maybe about 2 feet away from a wall. Athletic stance with your feet, knees are bent, that power position. What you want to do is you want to twist around, reach towards the wall, and just about chest level, mid-chest level, or nipple level, that's where the top of your fingers want to land. You want to reach down on the wall, lean your body weight, control your body weight with your shoulders, with your arm, and then press yourself back under control. Okay? So actually, the best is to turn around, reach back, and when your arm's at full extension, that's how far away you want to be from the wall. Okay? So do that instead. Okay? So again, twisting wall press. You want to twist around, look at your hands, do a press, and then extend through that full range of motion. Now, you see how slow I did that? That was on purpose. You want to do that slowly. So when you do this, you want to twist around, you want to control, you don't want to just drop and then push yourself up with momentum. Because you see then I'm only using a little bit of range of motion in terms of I'm only activating the muscle through a small range of motion. Instead, you want to go slow, land, press, exhale, until you get full arm extension until you're off the wall. Do the other side, so you alternate sides when you're doing this. Inhale on the way down. Press all the way up and back to the center. Okay, so this exercise is great because what we're doing when you twist and you rotate back, that actually helps you to keep that good posture, that extended posture, the chest out. We're going to get opening up of the chest and the shoulders in the front here, and then we're going to get the strength and the stability in the shoulder blade, pulling it back and pressing in this other range of motion that we're not normally working in a closed chain position. Okay, so this exercise is great for getting those stabilizer muscles working, the rotator cuff muscles working in the way that they're supposed to be working. And it's also simultaneously opening up the chest, extending the spine, so it's great for posture too. Okay, so do that up. I suggest doing sets of, because it's a corrective, rehabilitative, preventative type of exercise, doing sets of higher numbers of reps and just focus on quality. So staying relaxed, breathing, and good form. Okay, and if you're just starting doing this, you're doing this new, do it more frequently, and as you get good at it, as you build up the strength, that's when you drop down the frequency to the point where you do it maybe once a week as part of your warm-up, or do it just as part of your warm-up for your upper body, or whatever you're doing, you know, just get it in there. So control, press, it feels great, and then bringing it back. All right, so that's the twisting wall press. I hope you enjoyed that one. It's a really unique rotator cuff exercise that's gonna do wonders for preventing and rehabilitating from rotator cuff problems and shoulder problems. Hey, what's up? So hopefully you had a chance to try that exercise out. If not, that's cool. Just bookmark the page and you can come back and give it a shot when you're ready. So this exercise trains, like I said in the video, trains your rotator cuff for that stabilizing function, which is very, very important for shoulder health, to have the stabilizers, the scapular stabilizers, and the glenohumeral joint stabilizers all functioning properly. And this is a part of my 3D flexibility system. And flexibility is not just about stretching. Flexibility without strength is useless flexibility. It's range of motion that you can't use. That's why we've got to work the strength of the stabilizers, like in this exercise, the twisting wall press, as well as the prime movers that get you in and out of that range of motion so you can actually use it. That's the only way your nervous system is going to allow you to increase your flexibility and increase your range of motion. So if you want to learn more about the 3D flexibility system and want to learn about some routines that you can use to fix some common flexibility problems within the shoulder, then just click the button down below and I'll see you on the next page.